What's up, everybody? I hope you're having an awesome day and just staying safe wherever it is in the world that you are. Today, I'm going to be giving my 50 kilometer progressive thoughts on the Puma Velocity Nitro. No, the Puma Nitro Velocity. Now, if you get anything out of this video, please help the channel out and hit the like button. Comment down below if you've got any questions. I'm super duper interested in your thoughts. And if you haven't done so already, subscribe. While you're looking for that subscribe button, you might as well hit the bell button as well. That way you get a notification to let you know that I've uploaded a new video and there's something waiting to be watched. I've got an Instagram account as well. If you've got Instagram, head on over there, look up my page, 3 Kicks a Day, just like the YouTube channel. And just like the YouTube channel, it is filled with pictures of shoes. Except I don't have pictures of shoes on the YouTube channel. But you get the drift. So the Puma Nitro Velocity. That's right. It's been a fantastic shoe to run in. I will get into my thoughts in a minute. But just to recap on some of my comments in the initial review, Puma was a brand that I had never ever run in. I had never felt compelled to buy any of their running shoes. They just didn't seem to offer anything that would make me want to buy them, I guess, putting it pretty bluntly. But I've always loved Puma's lifestyle range. I love the style. I think they get a really nice mix of materials in their shoes and they're comfortable. So it was really good to see Puma bring out a set of running shoes that really look like they had the performance chops that they would need to be compelling in a market filled with running shoes. Now, before we get stuck into the review, let's do one more thing and revisit the specs of this guy. And what we've got is a engineered mesh upper that's sitting on top of this Nitro midsole, which is brand new to the Puma lineup. It's got a 33mm stack height in the heel, 23mm stack height in the forefoot, giving us a 10mm drop. It fits true to size and comes in at 258 grams or 9.1 ounces for a US men's size 9. For the outsole, we've got Puma grip. And if you have watched the initial review, you will remember that I made some comments about how thick the rubber was and how generous the coverage was in the outsole. And it's proved to be fantastic, especially in these more wetter, cooler climates that we've got where I'm running at the moment, which is in the southern part of Australia. It's performed flawlessly. And while you wouldn't expect to see any sort of excessive wear marks at this point, the outsole looks near to new. I'm really interested to see how it progresses, but I've got no gripes with the outsole. I don't think there's any issue with the rubber coverage and the amount of rubber that you're getting, especially considering it's a daily trainer. I think it's a really sensible decision to put a really good gripping, long-lasting rubber for this type of runner. Moving into the midsole, and what we've got here is what Puma have dubbed their Nitro midsole, which is essentially a nitrogen-infused supercritical foam. And this isn't the first time that we've seen this type of tech being put into a running shoe. There's the Skechers Hyperburst and the Brooks DNA Flash. I sometimes find it difficult to describe these nitrogen-infused midsoles. I've only ever run in the Skechers Go Run Ride 8, which also did have the Hyperburst midsole. They're not soft, But at times I feel like if you don't use the term soft, that there's this association with it not being well cushioned. And that's not the case. This is well cushioned, but it's just not particularly soft landing. It feels comfortable on foot, but there is a lot of energy response that you do get from these types of midsoles. One addition in the Puma running shoes, which I think is pretty much in all of their range, that wasn't in the Go Run Ride 8 and not any other of their Hyperburst equipped running shoes, or the DNA Flash equipped running shoes for that matter, is this clip that we've got in the heel. I know that the nitrogen infused midsoles can tend to be quite unstable as you get to higher stack heights, and this clip that Puma have put in the heel is meant to add a lot of stability. The performance of the midsole was really well matched to the intent of the running shoe. As a daily trainer, you want a shoe to do a bit of everything. You don't want to race in it necessarily. You don't want to cruise in it either. You want to do a bit of everything. Sit at a moderate pace, throw in a few strides, dial it back a little bit. And the midsole and the setup here worked perfectly for that. Moving into the upper, and what we've got is a no-nonsense upper. It is an engineered mesh that feels great on foot, is super breathable, and does away with any overlays that really aren't necessary. In fact, I don't think that there's many overlays at all apart from some of these reinforcements that you get around the eye stays and then this little, I want to say clip, but it's more of a strip that goes up into the heel. Whatever it is, it works well in giving that area some stability, and that heel collar as well is really well padded and assists in giving a lot of comfort on foot. The tongue itself isn't overly padded, it's fairly lightly padded, but it's a good move because it is a daily trainer. Again, you want it to be versatile, and where they have probably added a little bit of weight in the outsole, they've taken off some weight wherever they could in the upper, and I think it's a trade-off that pays off. Comfort really isn't sacrificed up top, and I can't say that I've ever had an issue with the tongue being uncomfortable or wishing that there was more padding around that area. The lockdown through the laces feels great as well, and all in all, it's an upper that worked super good for me. So with these progressive reviews, I feel like the only way I can express to everyone whether or not I'm enjoying a running shoe is whether or not I decide to keep it as part of my running shoe rotation or do something else with it. And the Velocity is staying as part of my rotation. This is a daily trainer and it does that job perfectly. A daily trainer to me means a versatile running shoe, and that's exactly what I get with the Velocity. With certain running shoes, you do need to plan the type of run that you're going to be doing that day, otherwise things can get really uncomfortable. That's not the case with the Velocity, and you can really lace up and just decide how you feel as you go along. If you want to go faster, go faster. If you need to dial it back, just cruise along, and you're not going to be penalized with really any aspect of the shoe. Upper's comfortable, midsole's comfortable, outsole has heaps of grip. It's really got everything that you need from a daily trainer, and its weight, I feel, is spot on where it needs to be. It's not a lightweight sort of running shoe, nor is it really heavy. It's kind of in the middle, and that's why I love this shoe. I'll continue to run in it, hopefully get to 100k soon, come back and give some more thoughts on my experiences. But until then, I'm interested in your thoughts. If you're running in the shoe, let me know how you're going, whether or not any of my comments are like your own. And if you've got any questions, leave those down in the comments below. Until the next video, laters.